Howdy! Today's lesson is all about factoring trinomials, but before we do that, let's review a little bit. So, if I make up this equation, I say n plus 2, parenthesis, n plus 3, let's say. Well, how do I solve this? We've reviewed this quite a bit in class, so hopefully these kinds of problems are not too tricky, but if they are, come get some help. I know that I need to distribute both of the terms in the first parenthesis to both of the terms in the second parenthesis. Okay, well, let's do this. So what I've got here is I've got n times n plus, let's see, n times 3. Okay, then the blue stuff is going to be 2. Oops, there we go. 2 times n plus 2 times 3. Oh my gosh, I almost gave you the answer there. There we go. Okay, so if I pull this all together, looks like I'm going to have n squared plus 3n plus 2n plus 6. Okay, fantastic. All right, then what I've got here, if I wanted to combine all my like terms, I know those two can combine. So this is going to be 5n plus 6, and then don't forget the n squared at the front. Okay, well, we're doing great so far. Hopefully that looks familiar to you. What we're doing today, so we've learned how to start with something like this and to end up with something like this. What we're going to do today is the exact same thing but backwards. We're going to start with something like this and we're trying to end up with something like this. So we start with this trinomial, right, because it has 3 terms, and we want to end with 2 binomial factors. And it seems a little stressful, but it's actually easier than we think it is. Okay. And sorry, I know it's kind of hard to see these right now because I didn't take a very good picture. 8k plus 12. There we go. Okay, the way to solve these, there's kind of a trick. Okay, if I asked you, okay, what are 2 numbers and I need them to add to 8 and I need them to multiply to 12. Okay, well, to do this, let's see, there's a whole bunch of things that add to 8, but there's not so many things that add to 12. Why don't I start making a list of, that multiply to 12? Why don't I start making a list of things that multiplies to 12? Okay, so like I know, let's see, 3 times 4, those 2 multiply to 12. But do they add to 8? Let's see, 3 plus 4. No, 3 plus 4 equals 7, so I know 3 times 4 is not it. Okay, well, I also know that 1 times 12 equals 12 when I multiply them. Let's test it. Let's see if they add to 8. So I'm going to say, okay, what's 1 plus 12? And shoot, that equals 13. So I know that's not it. One other thing that I know that multiplies to 12 is 2 times 6. Okay, well, let's test it. Does 2 plus 6? And it equals 8. Okay, so this is the one that we want. Okay. We're going to go through our list. We're going to double check that we have something that multiplies to 12 and adds to 8. And when we do that, we've basically figured out our answer. So we just discovered that 2 and 6 adds to 8 and multiplies to 12. So our answer is going to be k plus 2, parenthesis k plus 6. Okay, that's all there is to it. Let's try another one. So I'm here on number 2, and maybe I need to erase some of this so it's not so confusing. I should have done that before. Okay, there we go. We're good. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing over here. So I've got n squared plus 16n plus 6d. All right, and it looks like, okay, well, I need to find something. I need to find 2 numbers that add to 16 and multiply to 60. Okay, well, there's a lot of things that add to 16. That's not really the best way to break this down. Let's start thinking of some things that I know multiply to 60. Let's see, I know, okay, 2 times 30, that equals 60. Okay, well, let's check. Does 2 plus 30 equal 16? Shoot, it doesn't. It equals 32. Okay, so we know it's not that one. Okay, let's see. Let me think of a different one. I know 5 times, oops, that's supposed to be a times. That was my bad. Here we go. Times 12. 5 times 12 equals 60. Well, let's see if 5 plus 12 equals 16. And, man, we are so close on that one. We're so close. But it's not that one. Okay, I also know 6 times 10. Well, 6 times 10, I know that equals 60. Does 6 plus 10 equal 16? Hey, it does. Okay, perfect. Check that one off. We found it. So our answer is going to be, okay, we just found that 6 and 10 are the two answers that we're looking for. So our answer to this problem is just going to be n plus 6, parenthesis n plus 10. And that's our answer. Okay, let's try one more together. Okay, we're coming down to this one. Let's see, x squared plus 16x plus 63. Okie dokie. All right, so let's see. I need two numbers that add to 16 and that multiply to 63. All right, I'm trying to think of some things that multiply to 63. The only thing I can think of right now off the top of my head is I know that 9 times 7 equals 63. Oh, fantastic. Okay, let's see if 9 plus 7 equals 16. Oh, and it does. Perfect. So that one only took one try. We did great. So my answer, it looks like I found that 9 and 7 were the two numbers that worked for both of these clues. So they're going to be the two numbers in my answer. I'll have x plus 9, parenthesis, x plus 7. And that's all there is to it. Go ahead and try the problems on this assignment, and let me know if you need some help. Thanks.